takes a pancake and slaps the other guy with it.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hello everybody, Harvey Talks Prison here. I'm going to tell you a funny story about that happened in Potosi. Hopefully I haven't told this story before, but I got to Potosi. I told you about you gotta go through a step-up program, and you spend 9 months in the hole, and then you go through the step-up program. You finally get the population. There's only 2 housing units, full housing units that are in population. The other 4 housing units, one's PC, one's special needs unit, that's like people with on meds and stuff. One's the whole, and then one house is single man cells, long-term segregation. Well, anyway, I make it to population. They put me in the kitchen. There's 2 parts. There's the regular kitchen where the food's made and everything, served to population and stuff. And then there's a satellite kitchen where the food is put on carts and taken to the hole. And one of these carts was huge. One time, we was working down there, and we had to take the carts. Now these walks we push the carts on, they go out a little ways straight, and then before they get to each housing unit, they kind of rise up. It's kind of like a hill. One house was the exception. It was just straight across. We was pushing these carts, and I just came back from, I think, 2 house, which was PC, and no, we'd already pushed the carts over there, and we had to get the carts. So I just brought my cart back from 2 house, and we're waiting on this guy from 4 house to come, and that is a real steep incline. As soon as you leave the housing unit, it's a real steep incline. And there was a real small guy, and he was pulling the cart. There was snow on the ground, snow and ice, and it was hard pushing those carts to the housing units because you had to go, through the snow up these little embankments. But coming back wasn't so bad, except this guy, they picked the littlest guy to get the biggest cart. So we're kind of standing outside taking a smoke break. A bunch of us were, and the staff cooks and the CO was out there, and we're all just standing, and we're waiting on him. And he's having trouble pulling this cart. He's pulling it with all his might. And he gets to that embankment. He pulls and he slips and he falls. And the cart rolls like right over him and stops. I thought that was the funniest thing. A bunch of us thought it was funny. Even the CO was laughing a little bit, but the only one wasn't laughing was the staff cook was out there, and he was just staring, and he's shaking his head. He looks at me, "When you guys go get him?" So me and another guy, we went over there, and what had happened, this guy's, his head was still sticking out from the car. What had happened, it would have kept rolling, but his body stopped and stopped the cart from rolling any farther. So he was kind of stuck under there. And the other guy says, "Keep your head down," and he goes trying to pull the cart more forward. Well, the guy started yelling and stuff. "Ah, man, you're hurting me." And so we pushed it backwards, and he got up, and he just takes off walking. "You guys pull the cart." And so the one guy, he got in the front, and I got in the back, and we pushed it and pulled it, and we got back there. When we got down on the level ground, it was hard then, because it was level ground, and there's, like I said, there was snow and ice and stuff. It was hard pushing it and everything, but we got it back, And we get back, and everybody's giving this guy crap, right? You can't pull a cart, man. You ain't got. And he goes, I'm small. He's right. That cart was huge. And he never lived that down. So every time after that, they would give him the smallest cart, and they would give me or this other guy, make us get the big cart. You know, either pushing it over there, or taking it back. And I want to add one more story to that. And I've told this story before, I know, but I want to tell it again for those of you who haven't heard. There was a time we was having pancakes. It was breakfast time, and we was having pancakes, and there's two guys in there, huge guys, and I mean, they just weren't like, you know, overweight and stuff. They were strong too, and they was tall. One of them was like almost 7 foot tall. The other one, he was probably about 6 foot tall. But anyway, these guys got along real good until one day when we had these pancakes. They get to messing with one another back there, and you know, just throwing food and stuff at one another. You know, you got to do it back in the area where the COs or the staff can't see or anything. You know, and I always think it's a bad idea because it can always turn bad quick, and this one did. The smaller one of the big guys takes a pancake and slaps the other guy with it. I happened to come around the corner and just seen that. Just seen it as this happen. Pow! It slaps him with that pancake. The other guy, the guy that got hit with the pancake, picks this guy up like he was a sack of potatoes. Slams him on the floor. That's how strong the guy was. And started fighting. Basically, it really wasn't a fight, really, because the bigger guy, when he slammed the guy down, he slammed him down on the concrete, and the guy was pretty much out of it. And the fight was out of him. And anyway, so I walked away, man. I didn't want to be no part of that. I didn't want to be watching it or nothing. And the COs came running back there. You know, they heard the commotion and stuff, the yelling and stuff, and cuffed the guy up. Had to have 2 cuffs to cuff the guy up because you know, he's so big, and his hands wouldn't reach together. And the other guy, they called medical and got him out of there. But he ended up being, you know, I seen him later. I mean, I never talked to him or anything, but I seen him later. Apparently he was all right because he didn't get that bad, you know. But these guys were friends. That just goes to show that you cannot, it's not good to play around like that in prison, because these guys were friends, got along good, and a pancake, getting hit upside the pancake, changed the whole thing. You know, that's why, you know, me and my partner Kevin, we used to wrestle around and play around, but it's really not a good thing to do, man, because somebody sometimes can get in their feelings. You know, I've seen it happen many times, people just playing around. And but I would have done the same thing, man. You slapped me with a pancake, you know, that's that's about all I got for you guys. I thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.